I think Bigfoot must have come down here and gone through this forest. He's knocked all the trees down all the way along the burn side there. There's loads of trees knocked over and fallen. So obviously it must be due to the strong winds that they had recently. But that's the way we've got to go, along that pathway past all those trees that's been knocked over or blown over in the wind. And you can just see the pathway at the end there, meeting the river again, just at the end of the trees. Just over there. Just noticed a couple of eider ducks just swam along the river there. They've come to the Y shape in the river just before the wooden bridge. So I've stopped to make a little recording of them, trying to make their way back up the river. Clambering up, they're doing a better job than me, clambering on the rocks. Good job, they've got any backpacks on and walking sticks. They just waddle their way up the river, look. He's watching us, watching them. Bye for now, peeps. There must be a brook comes all the way down this hill. All the way down the bottom here where it meets the bottom plateau. And because it must be getting really soaking wet during the rain, in this bottom marsh area here must get really sodden and thick with water. They've had to actually build a wooden makeshift bridge to get across it because it's that bad. And that's what we're going to cross over now. Then head towards those trees over there, which is also boggy. You've got to clamber over a couple of trees that's fallen over to get round it. So it's not an easy task, but we'll get there. Right, we're just at the part of the walk back towards the car along the burn here on the side. And this part gets a little bit difficult for me because it's all rocky crags, thin surfaces. So basically I've got to hang on for grim death because my balance is not that good. But I'm going to try and record it as I'm walking along the difficult parts to show you, in case anybody else wants to do this walk, what they've got to face. Bye for now. Right, we're at one of them difficult places where it's a crag. Now we're going to clamber over these pretty big rocks. So this is where you've got to have your balance. Sometimes it gets a bit difficult for me because my left hand I can't grip and my left arm is weak. Right, so I've got to sit on my bum, slide along until I get my feet in again on the grass. And that's it. Right. So this part's really difficult as well for me. I mean, anybody else that's got balance got a problem, but because I'm weak on my left arm, I've got my balance issue. I've got to clamber across the floor, leaning over. It's wet, all the rocks are wet, slippy. So I've got to hang on for grim death. This will be alright in the summer because it'll all be dry, not wet and slippy. But at the moment it's terrible. That's it. Right, this pathway leading along towards the waterfall is a little bit thin as well. As further along it's worse again for the thin straight cracks. You've got to be very careful with your balance. Otherwise you're in the thought. Worse still down there in the water. So when I get further along, I'm going to have to put my hand down on the side of the pathway to help us get over the hard parts. I mean, it's very thin at the moment. where it gets worse further along in the craggy slates. I'll do. Making our way back to the car, leading away from the CAREYBURN waterfall, and we're now on this bit of pathway that's really treacherous. It's thin, it's all slippery rocks, so if you lose your footing, you end up back down in the burn, so you've got to be very careful. Anybody coming on these walks that's not got good balance, you've got to be very careful. As you can see, this is the worst part of the pathway for me, because it's all loose stones and I've got to try and keep the balance. And there's nothing to grab onto except those thorns, the gorse. You just rip your hands open if you grab them. So we've got to be very careful. Right, this is how I've got to get past parts like this. I've got to lean over and use my hands to keep a hold when I get round obstacles like this. Until I get a sure foot again, and that's what you've got to watch out for. You put your foot on a rock like that, it's loose, it comes away, and the next thing you know you're down in the burn. Another one done. Whoa, whoa, you bugger. Nearly went. Managing alright with the camera, Jim? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Just.
You have to watch this next year. I will be back on flat tracks in a minute. There you go. That's it, people. I just wanted to show you that one particular stretch. It's about 100 yards long, just before you get to the CAREYBURN waterfall. You've got to be very careful because the pathway is not very good, and if you've got loads of rain it's going to be wet and slippy. So now you know what to expect when you come along the CAREYBURN walkway. Bye for now. When I first started walking along the path from the car, I kept to the river as close as possible, but it opens up into a stream, and at the end of it there's gorse bushes and trees overhanging the stream and you can't get past. So I should have took this high path over the top, but I didn't know that at the time, because you get past all them brambles and where the river branches off, much easier.
So just to let you know, in case you do the walk, come over the top path, and then when you come past that, it looks a great path along the river, but it's harder further along. But if you come the top path and then you get past this bit here, you go back down the hill, and then you can get back close to the river again at the far side there. Okay, bye for now from the Dynamic Duo, or Domino Duo, wherever you are. As you can see, this pathway is much easier across the top than trying to stick close to the river. Then eventually, if you follow this path across the top away from the water, it takes you back down towards the river again anyway. But this is just an easier path to get further along quicker if you've got time issues and you want to get back. But the sun's out now and it's getting quite warm. But we're not far from the car now. I'll get a sandwich and a nice cup of tea. So that's another bit of video from the Domino Duo. Bye for now. Right, when we made our way along the path from the bridge there straight ahead, where the car's parked, I came into this field and I made the mistake of walking along the bottom end here, just on the sheep's trail. I followed it round because I tried to keep as close to the water as possible, walk along the river. Then I left the field here in the corner. But like I said, it was all gorse bushes, trees that had fallen across the river, so I had to clamber across, and it made it very, very difficult just to get 100 yards along the water. So the best thing to do is, like, hang on, you come up that path there, down there, and come up on this top path, then follow it right along the top and go over that way. It's like a tractor track really. And that takes you back down to the river further up, where you don't have to clamber past gorse and fallen trees. Just for future reference, people, if you do this walk, I know which way to go next time. Bye for now from the Domino Duo. So walk along the pathway, come along the side of the river from the bridge there, CAREYBURN Bridge, and then just come up this grassy path here onto the top. And it makes your life much, much easier. And you get further a lot quicker. So, not far from CAREYBURN Bridge there, the white bridge across the burn, and the car's just parked further along to the left, behind that wall, where the sheep are in the distance. So, I'll be putting the kettle on in a minute, having a lovely cup of tea, and a sandwich, like chicken roll, coleslaw, can't wait. Bye for now. So from the pathway coming from the road bridge, you get to this point here at the end of the wall, where there's a marker fence post just there. But when you get to this point here, don't go around the bottom along the grassy field, the boggy field, because that's where you start getting into trouble trying to get along the river. Head across the path there on a 45-degree angle, as you can see, and then you can see where people have clambered up that hill to get to the easier farm track above. Okay, so that's where you head, just there, up onto the top. And it makes it much easier for you. Bye for now. Right, let's video this last bit of the pathway, heading back to the bridge at CAREYBURN and the car. So this is pretty easy going right at the beginning. You just got to watch you don't trip over the rocks sticking out the ground. The wind's picked up a little bit and the sun keeps disappearing. It's trying to rain, then all of a sudden the sun comes out again and it's beautiful. So it's a mixed bag of weather really. But the other half of the duo, he's left his water ahead as usual because he's faster than me obviously. He's probably sitting in the car now having his first cup of tea. And he not even put the kettle on for me. I'll have to sack him. Right, back to this wire fence, and that's what leads along towards the car, where you squeeze through the gap. And then back up onto the bridge, turn left and then head towards the car. Nearly there now. Oh, I've come the wrong way. You've got to clamber up against the fence to get to the car. So here we'll do a little bit of climbing. Back to the pathway here. Oh, sheep's dip all the way along. Black pebbles or currants, whatever you want to call them. And this is where the pathway opens up from the bridge. The start of the walk. HARTHOPE, or whatever they call it, walk from CAREYBURN Bridge. And if you continue along that road, you go towards Langley Ford Farm, where we went before, where you go as far as you can with the car, then park on the right hand side, and then that's where the walk starts to go up towards the Cheviot. And even this road itself, the drive is absolutely gorgeous, because you've got the river all the way along on your left hand side as you're driving along, and beautiful countryside on either side. And there you have it. It says public footpath, where you come through the gate here to head up the CAREYBURN walkway, through the turnstile, and then back down the car down there. Right, that's it for our walk today. Hope you've enjoyed the scenery with us. Bye for now, from the Domino Duo.